February is African Heritage Month in Nova Scotia. It's a time to celebrate the rich culture, achievements, and contributions of African Nova Scotians and communities of African descent in our region and across the nation. Nova Scotia has more than 50 historic African Nova Scotian communities with a long and complex history dating back over 400 years. This February, Blackout Podcast is collaborating with Immigrant Services Association of Nova Scotia, also known as ISANS, for their Artist in Residence program. This program aims to recognize and celebrate special months dedicated to the diverse communities of Nova Scotia by providing resources to newcomers. As part of this project, I'm interviewing 4 different Black artists living in Nova Scotia.
Hello and welcome to the Blackout, where I get to talk to amazing people who do amazing things. And today is a special one because we're celebrating African Heritage Month and celebrating talented African artist, friend, brother, awesome human being, Gloire Paluku. Thanks for coming to the podcast today.
Yeah, I think it's a pleasure to be here too. Yeah, like it's a raining and cold day, but I'm feeling so good for now.
Yeah, I know. I'm really grateful you came. Really appreciate it. Let's just get right into it. Like with your work, which is freaking outstanding. How did you start this whole arts thing?
Yeah, like basically since childhood, I've been doing this artwork. Like I started with, let me say, basic experience using pencils, crayons, like using some different like medium through art. So like I came doing that thing since childhood, slowly but slowly. So I came up like having enough experience through my paintings, sculptures. Let me say even fashion designing, because I know how to stitch. I know like different things of media.
No way.
Yeah, so like I didn't go to school for this thing here, but I came up like doing different things, trying. But from trying, I came up with having experience in it. Yeah, because I have like almost like 10 years of experience doing this artwork. So like I feel like I can do anything I want right now.
Wow. So like what are some of the things you were drawing as a kid, like with pencils and stuff?
I used to do like, let me say, human figures, the portraits, like face portraits. I used to paint like, let me say, I used to bring like, let me say, like a cap with there, I draw it. I observe it clearly. I see the tones. I'd be like, let me check out these tones, the shadings. I'll check the lights, lines, how they flow. So that's how I used to come. Like, experience came up growing like that. In addition to that, I had my dad too, because my dad was doing art. Yeah, he was doing African fabrics prints.
Oh my God!
Yeah. The vitenge, I call it vitenge things.
No.
So like, they have different prints. Some are animals.
Oh,
winds,
right. So I'm Nigerian. I think we do the same thing, but it just has a different name.
Yeah. There's Kente.
Kente is the Ghanaian one. I know. Yep.
There are tie and dye ones.
Tie and dye. I know tie and dye. Yep.
Yeah, like I know different prints of them because we used to have a shop too there in Africa.
Okay.
So like that's how I had to get experience, mostly in fashion. Yeah, I had that experience mostly. So like coming to paint, I think it's like a blood in me.
Oh.
Let me say blood, because like I came try different things, came up like having different ideas and experience in it.
So creating is kind of like in your DNA. Your dad does it, you do it. And I also find out you decided to study architecture.
Sure.
Why? I mean, it's pretty cool, but why did you decide to study it?
Yeah, like it's not even like very far. Just this year in September, that's when I joined NSCC for architecture in that month. But bad enough, they don't have the program I wanted. So like this year, I'm joining the Rousey for building designing. In architecture, yeah. So
what's the difference?
Something architecture. Just there, they have like technology things.
Okay.
Yeah, but I chose architecture because like I feel like that's where my experience fits mostly. I know I can do art, right? I feel like I already have art. Like I feel like going back to school for art, I feel like that's kind of like wasting of time. Or maybe let me say if I do like business, it can help me commercially to boost up my artwork through selling it, having a store. And so I can have like customers and sell my artwork, because that's the thing I'm fighting on with it right now. Like having customers, let me say people, you get it. to know me more about my artwork. But I'll be like, I already have art. Let me have like another experience. That was like, let me do architecture because it's like a part in it. You get it? So I'll be like, yeah, architecture.
And it's not even that far from art anyway, because you're still doing design, right?
Yeah, because I'm very like good in math, so I feel like that's the point.
Oh my God, I'm envious. So you do the arts thing and you know maths too? God damn.
Yeah, so, you know.
Okay, so, you know, first off, you're African and then you moved to Canada. Like, how was that move for you?
Yeah, so like, my mom used to work on the immigration stuff when I was back in Africa because I was in schooling mostly. I was in college in Africa, but not yet like decided what should I do mostly. You get, because I was so much in art back home. Yeah, so by the time recently last year in October, we had a move, like we had a flight to Canada, and the rest were all through my mom. That's why I always feel like my mom, she's like supporting though, because meantime she's like, John, you have to be in school, first leave art for me. I'll be like, no, this is all my thing I can do. You get, you know, like how parents be like, you focus a lot on this thing, but I'll be like, no, I can do it. When don't I do it? You get. So she's like, all right, cool. So we had to move here recently in October. So like this October here, I make a year. I make a year now. So.
Okay, something I always ask, because I remember what my own first winter was like. How was your first winter like?
Wow. That's crazy. It was, like last winter. It was tough for me, I swear. It was so cold.
Right?
Like cold. I had like 2 jackets with me, but I had no winter boots.
Oh my God.
Like, I had like, let me say friends, I can call them family who we found here. Like they used to support, hey John, let's go buy some boots from Walmart. I'd be like, boots, I'm good. I feel like this just, I will always see them in the movies, but I was like, nah. Like after some time, like, man, this is just let us go out. And that was like January, December, because I had to be a lot in house, we get it. Yeah, so like coming out, it was so freezing. Like, like freezing as fuck, like fingers paining, ears, and I had no headstock on it, ears are paining. 1 week I was like, I'll never get out of the house again. It sounds cool, like to see like winter snow, it's out, to be like, it's a white color. You know, like that white color, even the picture looks out clean.
It looks amazing. The color is great.
I'd be like, it's winter, I'm getting out. Because first time test the winter, it was on our balcony. Tonight, I was like, I'm going out. Stepping out, everything is going back inside.
Yes.
Everything freeze. I'd be like, man.
Yes.
So,
no, I know. But like, I mean, after a while, I guess what I learned is in Canada, you can just dress for the weather. You just have to make sure you're prepared for it. Like, but not having boots is not a good idea.
Yeah, so now I know.
Right?
I was get locked in,
So let's talk about this work, actually. I remember when we were initially talking, you showed me this. That stood out. So that is oil, right?
Yeah, there's oils on canvas.
Which to me, like, I don't know much about painting. There's this thing called, I can't remember, but anyway, the idea is you go to this place, there's a lady or a person standing in front, and then they are teaching you how to paint. So you kind of follow what they are doing. My paintings always come out ugly, not like this. But I remember we're using acrylic.
Sure.
And what I learned was like, acrylic is kind of easier to use more than oil. Is this true?
Yeah. Acrylic is easier, but acrylic like dries real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, dries real quick. So like blending colors on it, you need to be fast on it.
Oh.
So maybe you might have water aside or other mediums like gross mediums or slow drying mediums. But I feel like, because me, I use water because I feel like I like water on it. Yeah. But acrylics is slow, it like dries very, very, very fast. Very fast. So you have to paint on it when like anytime after you, like let me say you paint an eye, it can dry real quick. So you have to detail it, short details mostly. That's why like when I'm painting, the bad thing I'm gonna show you some of the pictures when I use it. I might start like, let me say this side here.
Yeah.
first detail the part, then I come up like feeling the whole paint. Okay, so may I prefer oils for me because I
Yeah.
like oils and oils look good though. They take
look
long.
amazing.
They really take long, but they look good.
What is the story behind this oil painting here?
Yeah, so like because I have family back home and they're like, let me say my age, because he was my friend and he did like girlfriend in high school, something like that. Then the girl got pregnant. Yeah, so like there was a tough time when parents were there, they were like, this baby we need to abort, not ready for it. My child has to go in school. But the boy, it was a very hard time. Boy was like, no, I need this kid. So that's how I came with this idea, like a baby, mom here, and the boy here, because I had to put the mustache, you know. Yeah, so that's how I come with this idea here, put on the background fading in, the rough texture on top of it. Yeah, so like a baby.
Yeah.
Really
How
so
long would it
cool.
take to make something like that?
It takes me like a week.
I was thinking it was like,
it's even like taking me like 3 days.
holy
sometimes.
shit, that's a lot of work. But I
Yeah.
mean, the details on the painting is insane though.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to make this side rough? Like, was there a reason for that?
Yeah, basically I like, myself, I like rough textures.
Oh, okay.
I like rough textures.
Yeah.
That's why I had to put in something rough. Even the clothing, see them? They are detailed, but still they have that rough thing using enough palette. Even the hair too, mostly. I had to detail some of the part. After then, I rough it. You get it? So like, I feel like that's why I like it. I like it like it looks so good to me.
So let's talk about your process, right? You want to make a painting, like I guess how does it start? What leads to it? Do you have an idea what you want to make, or what happens?
Yeah, I just sit down and I feel like when I get an idea in my mind and I feel like I want to show it out. Sometimes I feel like art talks. You get where our tongues can't communicate, something can communicate. I feel like art can talk, art can tell. You get it? Let me say like this paint here, she's just a girl staring, but for me it looks like, you're from Africa, right?
Yes, I am.
We're having some girls who have like blue-eyed,
Colored
orange-eyed. Yep. Some of them are albinos. Yeah, like, some of them don't have like a shout out. Because many people like, like Africans, we only dark-skinned. We're having some of like, let me say, our hairs, but we're having different colors and types in Africa at home. That's our world. That's why I like Afri art. Like we're having different stories which we can tell, mostly in art, music, videos, movies. You get it? That's why I like this movie. It was Woman King, the movie that came out.
I've not watched Woman King yet. It's kind of sad because I was in Toronto at like the film festival when they opened it, and I got a ticket for it. Yeah. But then I couldn't go. For whatever reason, I didn't go. So I kind of missed it, but like I know it's out now. Like you can rent it on TV. So hopefully I'll do it. Tell me.
That movie really tells. I can't tell everything because I will run everything on it. But it really tells, like, mostly on women's side, women have power. That's why I always respect to moms. You get it? It really have power. It really tells. Yeah, so I feel like art can communicate. That's how I come with different ideas on my paints. They just come in my mind. Sometimes I'll be like, gotcha. I got something, let me say on the internet, I've been scrolling. I see, like, let me say, sky is falling. I'll be like, yeah, sunset, this color, it's a steel color. Let me paint it.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how I come with my
And then like,
ideas.
do you have a little studio or do you have like this place? Because I checked out your Instagram. Actually, let's talk about your Instagram before I get into how you paint and stuff. How do you even decide what photos go up there? Because they all look amazing.
Yeah. I just like to make it look good.
What answers the question?
I usually, like, the paint I paint, most time I be like, should I edit it? If I be like, no. Let me leave it as it is. Let me post it as it is. What do I edit it? So that's how I come with. I'm like, let me just post it as it is. So like you can see details. Mostly if you edit a picture, it kills the colors in the image. Okay? And I want everything to look as it is.
It's so raw. It's so. And Aelfaz, the name. What's the story there?
Oh, that's my favorite. Everyone like asks me about that name. Yeah. That's my favorite. So this is like Alpha. You know, Alpha in the Bible, it's like the beginning.
The first, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like everything just beginning.
Number one.
I want to make it.
Okay, so another thing I want to touch before I let you go is the Noisemakers program with
Right.
Nocturne. How did that happen and how was your experience?
I feel so grateful to be the noisemaker for real. Like, as found different people in it, and they're all good. Yeah, this is how it started. Because I'm under Aelfaz Arts, so I received an email on my phone. Like, they are looking for artists, new artists, mostly the immigrant artists, those who are new in Canada. So I was like, maybe they need, like, let me say, because my mind was like, they need just normal artists. Let me say kids who just learning. So I was like, let me just post it. I'll go there and check out. You get it? So when posted, there is, she's called Ruta. She used to handle with social medias, emails, everything. She was like, oh, I like your art. You can make it rain. So she was like, all right, we'll call you this date. It was like Wednesday. I remember the date was Wednesday the day. We'll call you this day for your first time to be in Noisemaker. So I had to come in. That's how it started. So I enjoyed. I found there are different people. There's Solomon. There is Jenny. There is I forgot her name. Mary. Mary, she's one of my favorite because I like her art. Jenny too. She was so supportive. Solomon, like different people. They're all nice. They're really nice. So like I came up with them. We had to create something for Nocturne, the Nocturne night. So
how was the Nocturne night itself, like the actual night of Nocturne?
It was amazing because we had an exhibition at the Pro Art Gallery. I think you know it in downtown. So like I have less words on it, but I really liked that date because it was a night where I feel like it was my first time my artwork to exhibit through the art gallery. Everyone can see it, and it was like a group work which we did with all our love and we liked the passion in it. We said, because I remember before that night, it was like a pressure on it. Because before that night, there was pieces which were not unfinished. So we had to go and sit on the table. It was like, it was laid down on the flat thing. You get it? It was laid on the flat table where we can check and see like the prints. Because there are like prints, different names, different languages, different cultures, you get it? So I mixed like, we had Chinese, Arabs, me as a Congolese, Kenyan, so like different people. There's Jenny, she's from maybe China, if I'm not mistaken, I remember. So like we had different art prints, names on it, words on it, so it was unfinished.
Wow.
And we had to print it out before the Nocturne night. It was very stressing.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
You get it? It was very stressing. So like, we had to make it before that date. Before that day, we had to sit down, print, create some words, cut. It was stressing, but it went out very nice. Like, everyone who was entering was like, wow, I like this artwork. Who made it? Everything was there. The words which you can tell, the names were there. Like, it was very different. I liked it.
Wow.
I liked it.
Man, I know from the first time we talked, I was like, I'm going to enjoy our chat, but I don't want to keep you too long.
Sure.
I want to let you go with this question, though. You know, you're doing the architecture, you have your arts going.
Welcome it.
What is something that keeps you creating?
Wow, that's a dope question. I like it. In my thing, I feel like through creativity, I can make it. I feel like creativity is one of the things that I put in line. That's me. Because there is, let me say, an artist, something a designer. He's there right now. If you know Off-White and Louis Vuitton, he's called Virgil Abloh.
He's dead, yeah.
Yeah, so like he inspired me since I was young.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like before he did the architecture, because you know he's an architect too, right? That's how I came with the idea, like, oh, I have to do that. And besides that, besides having experience like on him, my moms and dad are like, you have to do architecture or you have to do an engineering or doctorate. I was like, I'll do architecture. Okay, it even have a section in my artwork, but besides that, his art was always on point. Yeah, so like his art, his quotes, That's how I came out having that like through creativity. That's how I can make my life be better. Because that's the thing I want on art. Things that can make everyone happy through paints. Besides even money, because I do my thing without money. I put it in a lot, but I don't care if you buy it now or you don't buy it. I know one day comes, time is coming. Time never lies, you know.
Wow.
So like I feel like through creativity, and that push me mostly is the vision. Once you have the vision and the target, never lose it, never put it down. Always push straight, look straight through the vision. You'll know where you're going, and it won't tell time, it won't tell a date, but one day that point will reach when you're making it and make it.
Wow.
You get it? Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming and for sharing your artwork, talking
You're
about
welcome.
noisemakers. You know what? I'm following your career and I can't wait for the next thing you create.
Obviously, I have to make it. I have to make it. I know.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.